Protect your Mopar now.
Introducing the TDS cover for the Dodge Challenger, Dodge Charger, and Chrysler 300. Get yours today only at DESTROYER1320.com. Hey everybody, it's Tuesday again. Welcome to Destroyer 1320 Live. We have a great show tonight. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We have Jaws from B&C Performance, dude. If you don't know, you're going to know by the end of this who he is, what he's got going on. Great dude. Just chatting with him for like 30 minutes before the show. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. As I always do, going to shout out all my members. Appreciate you guys. You make this thing tick. You're the reason I'm able to do this every week. Let's go. One Low 5.0, Sublime GT 500, Mustang Mike 256, Dan IT Guy's wife, thank you. Silverback 69, Forshaken, Celevision Studios, TK's Garage, Big Chief 60, 815 LSX Swaps, E-Vapors, Tesla Racing Channel, ZTRD, Catfish Carl, Polar Bear Ed's Garage, Matty SRT, Scavenger 1320, Mama-san, and Narcoleptic Customs. Holy cow, that's a lot to say. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna pop through and just see who we got here, say hi real quick, and then I'll do my quick intro, and we will get into this. Let's see. Turlo's Garage was in here early, and he's like, how much longer? And then there's a countdown between him and Narcs. So there's Narcs going 30, Turlo 40, 20. Big Block Garage is in here. Let's see. CNC, what's up, buddy? Robert's Garage. Man, look at all the love. We got Project Nitrous in here. Half-Ass Garage, 615 Customs. Wow. Okay. Hold on. Let me do this real quick, and then I'll introduce our guest. Narcs, you butthead, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do it, but we got our first super chat of the night. Show hasn't even started. This is insane. And I will go ahead and give you, because I got a couple now. I got a new one. We'll have to wait and see who gets that one. Here you go, Narcs. Thanks, man. Okay, so back to this. Oh, Dudes with Wrenches, what's up, man? So if you don't know who Jaws at B&C Performance is, and by the way, Dan IT Guy did join in the studio, so he will be joining us a little later on. Let's see. If you don't know who Jaws from B&C Performance is, here is a little intro into what you can check out and go see if you head over to his channel before we bring him on. Here you go. Brent, a.k.a. Jaws, how is it going? Thank you so much for coming on to Destroyer 1320 Live.
I'm going to make sure that the lighting is correct. Hold on a second. All right. Does this work?
Test 1, 2. Check. That's
good. No, that's going to burn something when I leave that on. Okay. Oh, man. All right.
What's up, man?
Hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm pretty excited. I am. If you're asking, I always ask everybody if they want to know what I'm drinking. So I'm drinking Andy Turlo's favorite kombucha because he loves it.
Here, there you go. Pull it up full screen.
Right
here.
There you go. I'm drinking kombucha. Andy, this is your favorite, buddy. I know it. This is for Andy Turlo. He did this one time. Did you see his video he did? He was like, and then he spit it everywhere, which I'm not doing. I have taste.
Look at right there.
There's Andy. He's my buddy. So, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah. So do me a favor. I'll pull you full screen. Tell everybody who you are for the viewers on my channel. Some of them may know you, some may not. People who watch this back.
How deep do you want me to go in? Who am I? Because that's a deep subject.
You can go wherever you want, however you want. Let us know who you are. Why'd you start doing YouTube? and what they can expect when they head over there. Let me go ahead and pull you up full screen. Floor's yours.
Okay, so you're gonna see that a lot. Why? Okay, so my first name is Brant, Brant. There's no D in there, so don't misspell it. You can if you want. I've been called worse. So I started this YouTube thing basically when I started building my car, because I've got a couple of friends on the mainland, and with this whole COVID thing, and before that, because I'm in Hawaii. If you guys don't know, I'm in Maui, and they're over there, so they couldn't come and hang out with me. So I just was doing it so they could watch progress, and then it turned into, I don't know, just a bunch of people started watching it. A bunch of weirdos like me, and the lava lamps right there. See, there's no self-respecting gearhead does not have a lava lamp. No, 4-speeds are awesome. Oh, see that. I'm getting sidetracked. I'm reading the comments. Anyway, that's what I did. So it turned into like something else. And so I actually have a plan with this channel from here forward. I think I have around 450 subscribers, which I'm blown away at. I can't believe it. It's pretty awesome. So the plan is going forward, if I get to 1,000 by January 2022, the next year, that next summer, my plan is to ship the car over to the mainland and do like just a cruise. Maybe do it every year, like once a year, take the car over for 2 reasons. One, I want to see a bunch of people that are subscribed to me that I will never see because I'm over here and they can't come over. I can go over there. So if I do that, I can go visit some of these other shops, because most of the subscribership is mostly shops, guys that have hot rods and stuff, gearheads. To do that, to go visit. So maybe I'll start like the West Coast first, and then the second thing is, because getting parts over here is ridiculous. It costs, for a $50 part, it might cost me $800 to ship it. So if I could ship the car over, it's cheaper to ship the car and get parts and put them on and bring it back. So I really want to do that. But if that doesn't work out, then I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing now, which is Saturdays is story time, where I tell a story that from my past of something having to do with cars that was probably pretty dumb. And it's mostly for the younger generation to learn from my mistakes. And then Mondays, if I don't mess it up, Mondays is car quiz today, which I give it credit to my buddy Cameron I grew up with. We started B&C as little kids, Brant and Cameron. We had this dream of wanting to build cars and have a shop. So car quiz today was his thing. He used to say, all right, car quiz today. And he would come up with some muscle car or hot rod question, trivia, and I would have to answer it or something. And that was always really fun. It could be something like, what was the most powerful engine in 1970? Who had it in the muscle car? Be like, oh, that's easy. Chevy with the 450 horse LS6 454 Chevelle. Hard to beat, that kind of stuff. So you'll get that. But I do, sometimes it's trivia, sometimes it's educational, sometimes it's, it's always goofy. It's never boring. It's always funny. Well, I don't think I'm funny, but other people think I'm funny. So apparently it's funny.
Oh no, it's funny. I've watched it. So do you have hobbies out there besides cars? You go surfing and stuff, or?
That's me right there.
Yes,
really.
Actually, no. I do have a clip that I was able to find. One of your friends sent
actually
to me.
Surfing? Am I in Speedos?
Yes. Let's not Speedos, but here you go. Here is an actual clip of Brant surfing. That's one of his tricks. That's his best one. Hey, yeah. Don't take that the wrong way, because I tried surfing and here's what happened to me.
No, that looks more like me. That's more of what happens to me. When I used to drink a lot, that happened to me all the time.
No, I was trying to impress my wife.
It didn't have to be water or surfing. That would just happen.
No, I told my wife, I'm like, hey, look what I can do. It's perfect. He has floaties on, so I had to use it.
Stewart is the best. Yeah. What are my other hobbies? That's pretty much it. I love to surf, and I like to. Well, I used to like to work out all the time, but surfing's just kind of taken that over. I like hanging out with my wife. She's pretty fun. It's been 20 some years. We have a lot of fun hanging out.
Congrats on that, man.
Yeah, You just screw around a lot. I like my dog. Cars have always like consumed my life. So any aspect of it. The other hobby so far has been this YouTube thing, and the people involved in it. It's been really cool. The community is it blows my mind, man. I'm stoked. I'm super excited to meet some of these folks, and a lot of them we have sidebar conversations like text and messaging and stuff. And
oh yeah, you meet some really great dudes. The car community is just absolutely amazing.
Except for the Dodge guys, the Mopar guys, like
those damn Mopar guys.
It's a
bunch of buttheads, man.
they all subscribe to that whole group that just ruined Jeep. Mopar ruined Jeep and Mercedes.
Well, you know.
It just hit. No, I'm just kidding.
You're welcome.
I only tease those guys because I know a bunch of them, and I mean I like all. I'll put it this way: I have a very specific list. Nothing should have been made after 1970. Well, the Chevelle could go to like 72 because that body style was similar, but after 1970, they should never have made another car, ever. And then nothing should be a four-door ever, and everything should have a four-speed. They should all be manual trans. They should all be V8s, and they should all have two doors. And they should have stopped in 1970. After 70, I don't know what happened to Dodge. I don't know if they're like the Mopar, the colors they made, like the plum crazy purple and like the Panther pink and all that stuff, and the snot rocket green or whatever.
Oh,
yeah. Those guys are all high, real high. And I think by like 1970,
oh yeah,
I think January of 71, it got bad. Whatever they were doing in the late 60s on the design table, mushrooms or whatever. PCP was pretty heavy.
For your mind.
Oh, dude, they started stretching stuff out. I don't know if you did acid when you were a kid or whatever, but like you get those tracers. You get your tracer and like you move your hand like this, and there goes the rest of your hand. Well, that's what happened to the Dodge. So they went from like, oh, here's a cool looking Charger, and the Charger goes by. Now the Charger goes by, and there goes the front. Or the back. They just stretched it out, elongated it, and like.
Well, they turned it into the Coke bottle, and you're like, what were you doing? They just laid it.
They all have the same body. The Charger, the Satellite. It's so gross. They're just gross.
It got worse. Yeah.
They got real wide in the back. Yeah.
I mean, before smog took over, but after 71, they started to lose my interest as well. Because you were all wishing you had a 71.
Yeah, GM did the same thing in 73. Rubber bumpers on the front. Are you kidding me? Who takes a chrome bumper Corvette and goes, you know what? Let's keep the back classic, party looking, and let's put this like business nose on the front of this thing where they can go ahead and bump stuff, and the paint will come off. That was a terrible idea. Terrible idea.
So bad. And then the Trans Am. Come on. The whole front of that thing was that stupid plastic. I had an old Formula. It was a 70 something. It was blue and white. It said Formula on the side. The whole front end of that thing, you'd put your hand on it and it would.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I think anything from like, I'll go up like the split bumper Camaros are kind of cool, but for me, most of like after 69, the Camaros and Firebirds are all parts cars for other cars.
Yeah.
I mean, you live in a trailer park, you're going to have a mullet, you're probably going to have a Trans Am or a Camaro. And anybody else like that grew up with me, like it was the same with the Nova. Those are like parts cars. So Novas, Camaros, Firebirds, Dusters, Darts, Valiants, all those Ford Mustangs that are not fastbacks, the Maverick, Granada. It just hurts my head thinking about it. All the terrible cars made, but those are all parts cars for other cars.
Agreed. I don't know what was going on. And then, horsepower went from actually being horsepower to a joke. Joke.
Who makes a Corvette in 1975 with 140 horsepower?
Oh, yeah. Well, and who has an SS 454 Chevy truck that had 250 horse with a 454 in it?
Yeah, right. Yeah, but then you got the worst offender of all, Chrysler. front wheel drive K-car platform, minivan,
Yes.
Charger,
Agreed.
Rampage, like all those things. Like, who does that to the human race? Who did that to the car? We let that happen.
Hey,
It
you're
was
welcome
like
for the minivan, though.
it was like the time that David Bowie and Mick Jagger sang together on like what was that song that they did? It
Oh,
was so
calling
bad
out
it had to
around
get.
the world or whatever.
Yeah, they let that happen. We let that happen as a culture. Those two got together and sang something that was like, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, that was absolutely horrible. So I know people saw it in the little intro that I made for you, but give us the lowdown, give us the rundown of what car you currently drive, and kind of tell us how people receive it over there in Hawaii.
oh, my 57? Do you have a picture of it?
Let me check. Here, you go start talking, and I'll go find it.
Okay, so I've been chasing that 57 for probably 10 years, and I'll back up. So way before I even knew that car existed, it was on a different island, but at some point it was a show car from some of the workmanship I saw on it. And then it went from probably an 80s show car to somebody got the bright idea to make a race car out of it or something, and then parts were taken off, and they tried something and got way in over their head. Yeah, that car. They got way in over their head, and so after that, the next guy got it, and they removed some parts, and it basically just went from one bad idea to another, to finally it was just stripped into pieces. And I got it in late 2019 as a shell. It didn't look like that at all, and I've been slowly for the last year getting it to the point where I could drive it every single day, which is what I do with it. But I'm before I got married, I didn't have a vehicle that was newer than like 72. All the stuff I had was old, like 40s, 50s, 60s stuff. And so for me, driving a car every day, this makes more sense than. In fact, my 46 Chevy is what we moved over here with, my coupe that I built and drove every day. So this car is the same thing. It's just what I drive every day. For me, it's easier than going out and driving. I'd rather drive it than go drive a new Toyota or something. And but it has I have a 671 on top of a small block Chevy with a Muncie 21 and a 9-inch. I drive Dancing in the Streets.
That's what it is.
See, I couldn't. It was seared now. That song's gonna be in my head.
Thank you, Harnet's Garage. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly what it was.
Dancing in the Streets. Oh, somebody should have just shot him. There should have been like some red dots and just bang, bang, just put them both out.
Put us out. Watch. There's a new thing where somebody took the music out of it, and it's just them singing, but somebody dubbed over voices. It's the funniest thing on the planet. I'll send it to you. I'll have to.
Okay, well maybe that's a reason for stuff that went on in the history, so that can be regurgitated and spit back out into something funny. Maybe that's the reason for stuff to happen.
Yeah, for our comedy entertainment.
Yeah, but back to the car. I drive it every single day. It's been on the road now for, I don't know, maybe a month. For me, as like an actual driver, I've been driving it every day. I take it surfing. I take it work. I put it probably 100 on an island that's only, it's like 35 miles from my house to get to my surf spot, or whatever. And I got to do that every day. It's and down and back. So I put maybe 100 miles on it to 150 miles on it every day. And
so what do people say on the island about it? That's got to be like, are you the only person who has like a classic American muscle car on the island that you drive daily?
No, there's a guy here that has like a black 65 or 64 Corvette Roadster. I see that thing rain or shine. And it's totally original. That car's completely original. He drives the crap out of that. There's a lot of like Volkswagens that get driven a lot, but every single day, rain or shine, I don't know of anybody else that's actually doing it. I mean, it's my only car, so I kind of it only gets worked on if something breaks. So I don't beat on it too bad.
Dudes Wrenches has a question.
What does gas cost on the island right now? And I only run like 87 octane, whatever's cheap at Costco. It's right around like $3.50. I think for that. I could put the $4 premium in there, but the car doesn't care.
So what's for all of us? I've never even been to Hawaii. We were gonna go, but yeah. When we started to book it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like sell something just for the ticket for my family. So,
A kidney.
So what's it like to live in Hawaii? For those who don't know, I'm actually gonna fill up my cup while you're telling the story. But yes, if you could let us know all about Hawaii, living out there, man.
Wow. Okay. So living in Hawaii, I moved from Idaho out to Hawaii, and the cost of living is 20. At the time we moved out here, it was like around 20% higher to live here than it was in Idaho. But the wages are at least 50% higher than they are in Idaho. So if you do the math, living over here was easier financially than we expected. Milk's like $7 or $8 a gallon if you do that stuff, and then groceries are all expensive, and everything has like a tax on it for, luxury tax or whatever. Get over here because it's got to be shipped. But living over here, you go from I had two houses and a shop on one piece of property with, all my tools and stuff like that, and we sold all that to move out here, or when we moved out here, and it's just getting used to living with a lot less. I think we lived in centipedes. Yeah. And then we lived in like a 10 by 10 with two big dogs for a while, a couple months. That was it was pretty rough there for a little while, getting used to it. But that was self-inflicted. How does my sister feel or my wife feel about centipedes? So there are centipedes here. And there's no reason on the planet, there's no reasoning I could think of why God would create centipedes. They don't do anything but just be vicious and mean and bite people. I can't think of
centipedes.
Centipedes are vicious. No, like fangs. Like,
oh, geez.
Like, imagine a really bad snake bite, or like a really bad like those murder hornets that get you in like two at once. Yeah. But their venom does something to the nerves. So even for years later, it'll like zing your nerves. Oof. It's just a burn. You don't even know you got bit until it feels like you're on fire in that area.
Oh, that's like fire ants out here. I leaned up against the wall and got one. And yeah, I felt fire all the way down my arm for about an hour, but it went away.
Yeah, it stays for a while. They're vicious. Those things are mean.
Yeah, Costa Rica has big flying grasshoppers that have claws. And if it lands on your shirt, you have to whisk it away or it will rip your shirt when you pull the thing off. I mean, they're like birds. They're huge. I didn't know if you guys had anything like that out there.
No, we have pigs and feral cats.
Lizards?
We have Jackson chameleons. You ever seen those? They got like horns on them.
Yeah.
We have those, and we have geckos. We have lots of geckos. Geckos are everywhere.
Iguanas?
No iguanas.
I was wondering about
that. Not natural. There's some here that people have. I had my big turtle.
But tortoise or turtle?
It's a tortoise, actually.
Those are cool. Yeah, we have a neighbor who's had one that's like 70 years old. It's crazy.
Yeah, she was like 200 pounds. Her name was Bruce. I told this story. I thought it was a male, so I thought it was pretty awesome. So I named it like Bruce Willis. And then I found out it was a female, so it was became Bruce Jenner. It was just a joke. Centipedes in Haiti are 10 inches long.
Oof.
Yeah. No. I don't think we have any. I've never seen any 10-inch ones, but they're at least 6 or 7 inches. The big ones are, but the big ones don't sting as much as the little ones. You get a little tiny baby one, they don't know how to not release everything right now.
That's the way scorpions are here in Arizona.
We do have scorpions.
Yeah.
But not like you have in Arizona.
No. Still, they're not bad. They're nothing. I mean, My wife, when we first moved here, we moved from Illinois here, and at first you're like, oh my gosh, it's a scorpion, because everyone's all afraid of scorpions until you realize they sit there and look at you. You pull your shoe off and go, and it's gone. The only way you get stung is if you step on it. or put your hand in something that he's laying in. They don't
Yeah.
like chase you or try to get you.
A centipede will.
Yeah, they'll come at you.
Oh yeah, a centipede will like be cruising somewhere and see you and go right at you.
Really? You just
Yeah, and you
stomp
don't.
them or what?
But the problem is if you stomp them, they curl back really fast, and everybody thinks it's the tail because the tail has these two big fangs that come off, and so they step on the tail thinking that's where the fangs are. No, they snap around and they come out of their mouth and they're this long things. It's nasty.
Wow.
My
It's like
wife's been bit,
needles.
I think, like 4 times.
Ugh. Ugh. No, that's
Yeah,
gross,
right?
man.
Yeah, they're just mean. There's no point.
So
We do have
give
big
us,
spiders.
give us the down low. What was that other car? I had a little clip of it. I didn't get to watch all of it when I was
Oh, my
making
coupe.
the intro. Yes. Tell us about that.
So I built that car. Okay, I'll back up. I built a 72 Chevy pickup that I built a 377 for it, which is a D-stroke 400. And I put a big Paxton on it, and I made my own fuel injection system, and I had a Super T10 in it, and that thing ate like 4 months. It just destroyed him. But that was the only truck or only vehicle I've ever actually finished upholstery, paint, and everything. And I built it, finished it, and then I got into a race with a bike, and it scared me. So I decided the next weekend I was going to trade it off. So I went to a local like cruise-in, drive-in car show, and I was looking for like a fat-fendered Ford or Chevy or something to slow down and make like a lead sled. I wanted like a late 40s kind of custom, late 40s, early 50s custom to build. And I found this guy that had a car that he said ran and had a 305 in it, I think, and it just was terrible. I had a bungee cord holding the hood down, and it was junk. But I swapped him straight across, and he couldn't believe it. And then I took the car over the next 7 years and rebuilt the frame and changed it, but I drove it every day. Once I got it running, I just drove it nonstop. So it was the chop, the paint, or the interior, the engine, the tranny, the suspension, everything was done overnight or over a weekend when I wasn't working, and I just had to take it to work. And then that was the only car that we shipped over here. That was the agreement. When I lost the bet with my wife for moving over, was I'll fine, move to Hawaii, but I'm shipping my car over.
There you go.
So that was the car we shipped. In fact, the picture you have is it when they were inspecting it in Hayward at the like one of the mill yards or whatever to go to the ship.
So tell us the story about, because it got like dust or something on it. And
No,
made
that
this
was
like a design.
that was going. So I had just painted it hot rod flat black. That was December 1st, and December 2nd we drove it from Boise to Reno, Nevada, and then Reno, Nevada we drove it over Donner Summit, and it was snowing, and we were in like the snow and stuff, and we went right over the snow, and so that was the water coming off of the car melting off the highway that had dried on it, and that's the way the wind moved it looked like it was pinstripe, but it wasn't. It was really cool. We had to wash it and clean it up before we took it to the port because they wouldn't take a dirty car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they don't want any of that stuff contaminating the soil of whatever country.
Oh, yeah. Bringing foreign stuff over.
Yeah. So we had to wash it.
Should have clear coated it, man. It looked super cool.
Yeah. The other pictures of it I have. The primer within like a couple of months, or that flat black within a couple of months turned almost white.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it was almost white. And then a kid over in Nevada had chased that car for like 4 years. He called me up one day and he's like, "Hey, he emailed me through like another website or something through the Ham, the Jalopy Journal. It's like an old car hot rod forum that I used to do technical stuff on. That car had a story in that, and he had chased me. I guess when he was 14, he first saw it, so he watched it for like 4 years, and then he bought it from me when he turned 18. And he took it back, and then he asked me what I was going to do with it. So I told him I wanted to do it black and then do the interior like original, and he did. And then the car made the cover of Rod and Custom right after he did that, and now it's in Australia somewhere.
No way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous looking car.
Wow. Heck yeah. So, hey, I have a question for you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do you want to hang around for Car Guy Corner and watch some unreal looking memes and kind of commentate on it. And actually, before we do that, would you mind if I bring up my brother, Dan IT Guy? He just moved from Arizona over to Illinois, him and his wife, and they just got their stuff turned on, so he actually has internet. And they
did you pass him on the way? Because didn't you go from Illinois to Arizona and he left?
No. I came here first.
He couldn't deal.
I moved here first, and then he moved down, and he's been here for. Well, I'll let him tell. Hold on a minute.
Go ahead. Yeah, welcome. What's his name? Dan.
What's
going on, man?
IT guy, Dan.
Hi.
What's going on, brother?
Miss IT Guy, how are you doing?
Miss IT Guy.
Good to see you guys are up and running. Everything's looking good.
Is that your dog or somebody's stomach?
That's the dog.
I was going to say, you need to eat dinner or lunch or something.
Right?
Yeah, you guys were here what? More than 5 years, weren't you? Dan was.
I was I was in Arizona for 13 years.
13.
And
wow.
She was here for what, 30 years?
30.
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. It's weird. You guys just up and, hey, we're going to Illinois. See you later, man.
I had to find room for a shop, and Arizona is a little bit landlocked.
Yeah.
Landlocked, hot, and pricey. Yes.
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, hey, we're at 30 minutes here. You guys want to jump on into this there thing?
Do some Car Guy Corner. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Funny.
That's right. It is time for the Car Guy Corner. I know a lot of people jump in. I'll see the number go when it's a half hour in because people are waiting to see the Car Guy Corner. So, yes, hello, everyone. Yes, we've been having a good time. And check this out, Silverback. What's up, man? Appreciate you coming in. I saw
how to make a grocery list for men.
Oh my God.
I found this one. I was like, that's just awesome.
Where's the Twinkie? There's no beer on there.
Yeah, where's the beer? Come on now.
Children.
That's not a grocery list.
I'm glad there's not a box of tampons on there because that would just not be good.
That would actually be the grocery list for men.
Yeah. A loaf of bread, some Twinkies, some beer, and a box of tampons. There you go.
Yeah. But if she asks you for pickles and maple syrup,
there it is.
You're in trouble. Just run.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you're going to have tampons on there, you're going to have some lotion on there, too, so it's a good night for you.
There is kombucha on the list.
Is there kombucha on the list? No, it's not on there.
Nope.
There needs to be.
Still, that's a great idea. Hey, I may not forget. I'd still forget something. Never mind. Let's see here. I'm a simple man. I like beer, boobs, and barbecue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's just, that's who we are as people.
It's the three basic food groups.
What's wrong with having a in my mouth?
What?
I hate to say it, but all guys want to see all boobs. We may regret it later.
Yeah.
But it just is.
It's a fact.
It's a fact. And there was a comedian who's like, he goes, I'm like a woman in a shoe store. I want to see every pair of them things.
That's right.
Yeah, but some of that stuff's like, I regret that decision.
Yeah, it does happen.
All right, so this cute couple is going for a little hike, and she goes, my lips are so dry right now. He's like, does it hurt to walk then? She's like, what? He goes, what? No.
Smell it then.
All right.
Oh, nope, we're not doing that. No.
No, let's not go there.
Let's see. Me getting ready to make the same bad choice, but also being a little more prepared from last time it backfired.
Yes.
What's the definition of insanity?
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't make sense.
They didn't say anything about doing it over and over again, expecting a different result. Having to do with tailoring it with a helmet for the result.
That's
How
how we
insane
do
is
it.
that? That's not that insane.
She needs trap stick.
Here we go. Oh no, I'm missing some good comments. Dang it, I'll slow down
my
here. Sorry,
goodness.
guys. What was that? Oh, not chapstick. Oh,
jeez.
Ooh.
No, let's not go there. Yeah. Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
So who
The
wants to go
narcs.
fishing? If you pull over to your buddy's house and see that boat, I'm telling you, I don't want to be the guy who has to lift it up and put it in the back of the truck, but hell yes, I'm in.
I don't think that's going to float.
Couple of shots, and then we're good to go.
Yeah, I don't know if that'll float or not. I'd give it hell, though.
It doesn't
That
really
just
matter,
means you have
does
to
it?
drink faster.
It just means you got to get rid of some of them bottles somehow before you put the boat in.
Them bottle bass. No, I don't want to delete it. This was too funny not to share. Is fucktastrophe a word? Because I feel like it would be very useful.
Oh my god.
Like the term dumpster fire. That's a new one.
Yes.
Dumpster fire is awesome. That has been
We
one
should
of
have a
my
whole new
Love it.
dictionary after 2020.
There you go.
I think
half-assed to
I think
say,
that was
hey,
our
ice
trip.
floats, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of dumpster fires, that was pretty much our whole trip.
Yes, and don't divulge too much, because next week our guest on here is Dan IT Guy and his wife telling the unreal,
Believe me,
soon-to-be movie made after it story of their trip and moving.
Yes.
So
you cannot
so
make
into
this
that.
up. It
I
is
was
nuts.
In for that.
Mhm.
yeah,
It is crazy.
Yeah.
I couldn't, in my wildest imagination, even think of what was about to happen. It was insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't miss it.
But
Be
yeah,
there. I'm telling you.
next
Call all
week-
your friends and say, get yourself a beer and sit down and listen to this. What happened to this poor freaking idiot?
You will be, yes, you will be
Yes.
very impressed with it. But
So who's going to play you in the movie rendition of that?
Well,
Jack Black.
That would be Jack Black. And then
Yes.
who's going to play you, honey?
Melissa McCarthy.
There we go.
there you go.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to let people, we're going to time out. I'm not going to say a word about this. We're just going to sit here for a minute and let people in the chat catch up with what this is.
That's not that hard to spot.
Yes.
I was laughing.
Not
when I was
real
like,
difficult.
You don't look old enough, but yeah, it's a great sign. Just yeah, the husband must have been like, I got to get a picture of this. No one will believe me.
Right?
It'd have been funnier if they'd have posed like their teenage son, like right across the street or something.
Yeah, going, hey, Mom,
Not
come
anymore.
here. Get
Yeah.
over here.
That's awesome.
That'd be funnier.
So after the guy took this photo,
He probably got divorced.
no, they went out floating around and having some beers on the water. Check it out. I found a little bit of video from what happened. She wasn't happy. She was not happy.
That looks like a bunch of who I know surfing.
Ow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people with their surf schools do exactly that. Only it's not another person on the board. It's just them getting on the board.
Trying to jump on. Here we go. If y'all see me set my shed on fire, mind your damn business.
I don't get
Yes.
Yeah. If you drove past that, yeah. You would be going, yes, yes, yes.
Smell it then.
All right.
Nope, probably a little warm. Let's
I don't-
see. He's probably thinking of other girls. Him. she's going to hit me when she smells that.
Yes.
Oh God.
Yes. She's gonna hit me right after she gets off from underneath the covers.
I'm thinking about like a car or some hot rod thing or something.
Right.
No,
I put twin turbos on my supercharger.
No, then she does smell it, and he goes,
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Oh, brutal.
everybody likes their own brand. Oh, Narcs is like, where's the lighter?
The Dutch
I think
oven.
that was for the shed. That wasn't for the fart, but that's funny either way. Oh, no, Cheryl. Nobody burnt down your she shed.
Oh, yeah.
Narcs is firing up the Dutch oven.
Look out.
That she shed commercial was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Dutch oven. Here's what would happen if I tried to give my wife the Dutch oven. Just so you know. Oi, yoy. For sure. This was a good one. Your cabin air filter watching you put new wheels and tires on.
Now that's more in line with like a car guy thing right there.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
That's me after working on the hammerhead for 20 minutes.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think that was you after loading the truck.
Yeah, that was me after loading the truck for sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Definitely how I felt, whether I looked like that or not.
When people ask me what's wrong with me, this was my childhood.
Pretty much.
It's like she found his credit card statement from Jags.
I completely agree with that right there.
Yes,
Oh
that
my gosh,
this is
yeah.
why either you're watching or you don't like watching. Right here.
Yes,
that's
there
not
it
my
is.
fault. This is what I was raised with. So
Yeah.
A whole bag of don't give a F.
yes. Hey, what's up, Magna Machine Works? What's up, man? Appreciate you coming in. Johnny Lemons, how you doing? How you doing?
Pull over. No, it's a cardigan.
This was awesome.
Cardigan.
Pull over. No, it's a cardigan, but thanks for noticing.
That was a great.
Yeah,
That really was a good movie.
that's just
They haven't made any good movies in a long time.
no. It's been a long time since anything funny has come out.
Yeah, funny. That's the problem. Is it just? Well, let's not get into it. I don't like getting into that kind of stuff on my channel either. It's all right.
Yeah,
No
yeah, I hear ya.
politics, no religion, none of that stuff.
No,
Never heard of it.
No, we're
It's
just
always just deer heads and goofing off.
Yes, exactly. So Hallmark might want to rethink their font choice for this one. It took me a minute to read it the right way. I was like,
Yeah.
what are you guys? Must be the same people making these cards that were making the Mopars you were laughing about earlier from the late 70s, early 80s.
Right? With the frickin' air pump bullshit.
John Force for president. Yes, she is a special aunt. If you didn't catch it, yes.
You know, when you're a kid and someone says this is your special uncle, that usually means something else.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Yeah. Stuff with things. I'd actually buy that card.
I can also do drugs for $5.
They knew what they were doing. Oh, Project's like, I know two women that I'd send that to. Oh yeah. I gave this homeless guy $5, and an old lady behind me told me he was just going to use drugs for it. So I confronted him and asked him, "Where could I get drugs for $5?"
Seriously.
Couple of shots, and then we're good to go.
Shoot a couple shots for $10. Damn.
Yeah, the bum was like,
Hey, we're gonna see you know.
he ain't giving up his source. You kidding?
No.
Yeah, but would you want to do the drugs you can get for $5?
I don't think
Probably
so.
not. No, no, it's probably end up being. What was the one? Not Clorox. What's the borax? Was it a borax from Up in Smoke?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so hot that when I fart, I can't tell if I shit my pants or if I sprayed the sweat off my butthole. That's
I would say you
Arizona joke.
probably did
I'm sure
both.
Hawaii joke as well.
That sounds like a double whammy.
That was today in Illinois. That was today before the storm.
Yeah, it was super humid here today. I'm telling you.
Magna Machine Works. I had a guy come up to me when I was cruising, and he held up a sign that said, "Need beer money." Dude, that's the guy I'll give the money to because he's not bullcrapping. He's like,
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, he's being honest.
Need money for crack. Okay, man. Here's $5.
knock yourself out. Me
Go
struggling
get
to
you
hear-
some of that.
Me struggling to hear somebody speaking right next to me. Me hearing an aftermarket exhaust from 5 miles away.
Yeah.
Depends on the vehicle. If it's one of those new Mustangs, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, those things are.
Oh,
Dude, I cannot stand those things.
when they put
Or-
the
or a
exhaust on a
diesel
new
car,
Mustang,
or
even the
Cummins.
new Mustang guys go, dude, that's just doesn't sound good.
No.
No.
I don't want to hear a diesel. I don't care how much coal they're rolling. I don't want to hear it. Like a
No.
Cummins, I don't want to hear a tractor.
I don't want to hear the Honda.
I don't want to hear a Viper because it sounds like a UPS truck. I don't want to hear it.
Vipers are
Just do.
horrible.
Or a Honda. Yeah, who wants to hear a Honda? Although the old Subaru sounded kind of cool. The old Boxer, the old STIs, those things sounded kind of throaty. I like
Yeah,
that.
those had a little throat to them, but the other ones, no.
Let me ask you this. Do you like the new Corvette?
The C8,
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of it if we're speaking sound. Now, Wide Body Nation, the guy I went to the track with, has the C8, and he put a titanium exhaust on his. It sounds completely different than any other C8 I've heard. It actually is throaty, sounds deeper. It doesn't have that tinny slap you in
That's
the
what I
ear
can't
hole.
stand. Oh,
Oh, yeah,
But
it's bad.
but is it an actual Corvette?
is it?
I don't
No.
call it no, it's not a Corvette. It should have been a completely different car.
Yeah, they should have called it like the Comet or something. Yeah, there you
Something.
go.
They should have brought
Yeah.
a different term for it. Yeah.
The Lambo Chevy.
I mean, Corvettes are always front engine, rear wheel drive. You know,
The lineage speaks for itself, and you can't with that. So I'm not sure what the hell this photo is, but I had to share it.
He had squeaky brakes.
he had them. Yeah, and then he quit squeaking.
There it is. Quit stopping. Quit squeaking, though.
Yeah, it ain't stopping now.
Dude, I think that's actually grease.
It is.
Oh, yeah. Let me zoom it. Oh, let me zoom it all the way in. That is a buttload of grease.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not good.
It pulls to the left.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah, get out.
I'm
don't
like,
know.
this is.
And who would take a picture of that after they're done doing it? I don't.
Right.
Hey, man, can you help me weld my diff?
I think they got it wrong.
I don't think you understand.
Wait a minute. Something not exactly correct here.
Or are they making a trophy? I think they're in the middle of making a trophy.
That
I
must
think
be
that
it.
had to be what it was.
The original designer wanted Corvettes to be rear engine. No, they didn't.
Nope.
No, they didn't. The original designer, no way. No,
There we go.
The original designer wanted the V8 put in there, and they actually had to write a letter about it. Actually, Duntoff wrote a letter to Harley Earl, the originator of the Corvette, and said, if you don't stick a V8 in it, somebody on the street's going to stick a Cadillac motor in there because
Yep.
V8s are going in the Corvette, whether we do it or not, and we need to do it.
Exactly.
Everybody, they were trying to compete with Jaguar.
I figured it out. It's the new Corvair.
I was thinking more like
that would make sense.
I was thinking
Engine
more like
placement, you know.
Fiero 2.1 or something.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of as a Fiero.
Yeah, Fiero. There you go. It's a Fiero.
Oh my
That's
God.
exactly right.
So I'm not sure, but full tank of gas always feels great.
I'm still trying to figure out what that symbol is there. You got the brake light. You got the brake light on, and that looks like either emergency brake
This
or
one here is
it's Max from what was that?
man the torpedoes.
Oh, do you remember that? It was in the 80s. There was a kid that got like picked up by an alien or whatever. And the alien spaceship had that head that like walked around and talked to him. And his name was
God,
Max.
yes.
That looks like Max.
It definitely does.
What was that movie? It was like it wasn't the Explorers. It was
Somebody in the comments will help us.
Someone will have to help us. That's Max. Max is trying to talk to you.
I don't know.
Looks to me like somebody's got a Mexican steering wheel.
Just the fingers.
That could be what it is. Here are the three positions that you're driving.
That doesn't make sense.
Yes, the whole thing does not make sense.
You have 10 and 2, 9 and 3, and
Yep.
what's this?
I don't know. Whatever this is.
8 and 4.
Yeah.
Roses are
8 and
red,
4.
but something's wrong.
I met my wife through Ancestry.com.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Brutal.
That's hilarious.
That's just. It's so wrong. Oh my god! Yeah, that one's classic. All right, we got people. People laughing. Dudes with wrenches. Cousin loving. Keep it in the family. Oh no! Oh no!
They made that tree wrong. That should only have like one single, like no branches going out. Just
yeah, just a stick.
When your family tree looks like this.
She came with extra chromosomes. Oh, Dan. About time to pumpkin. Oh.
Halloweeny.
New family tree made from chipboard.
Yes.
Who's going to recycle that tree after Christmas?
Let's hope it's at least the second cousin. Oh, geez.
Hello.
I got to move that one on. You only live once. Don't leave it covered in the garage. And I had to have that one because, yes, get out there and wrench. Get out there and do stuff.
Drive the damn thing.
Build something.
Even if it ain't done yet, drive the damn thing.
Oh, yeah. You ever watch Jump Her Up?
You can put brakes on it later, honey. I told you.
Here we go, man. Just made my last payment. She's all mine.
Yes.
That looks a lot like vehicles here.
That's what the vehicles around here look like too.
Yeah, somebody over here would want, for a square body like that, somebody over here would want like $5,000 for that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Hey, don't talk me down. I know what I got.
815.
Yeah. I know what I got. Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. There's a place that sells classic cars down
North Main,
Oregon, in Oregon, Illinois.
Oh,
they
nice.
had a 1969 Dodge Charger that it was a rust bucket, and they wanted $45,000 for it. I was like,
Jesus.
what?
I'll give you 45 cents.
Is that 4,500 or 45,000? You missed a zero. There's an extra zero there somewhere. Good
Big buck throw
Lord.
too. There was good cab corners.
Yes. Nice.
Torquing head bolts. Last bolt
Volo.
nearing the number. Bolt starts to turn easier, and you're just sweating.
Smell it then.
All right.
Oh, I'm not smelling it. I'm not turning it either. Because you turn it just a little more, and that's it. That is it.
You got to go like a quarter pass strip and then back it off a half a turn, and that's
There
it.
it is.
That's
There
it.
it is.
Let's
That's
see.
one of those things that I used to tell my students. I'd be like, "What's the torque spec on this cylinder head?" And they'd be like, "Oh, 65 pounds." I'm like, "You're right. What's that feel like?"
Right.
They have no idea. I'm like, "Let's go look," and I put a torque wrench in their hands and make them torque. And they'd be like, "I said, now you know what 65 foot-pounds is."
There you go.
There's a difference between reading it and knowing it.
Exactly.
Yep. The
When
Ugga
right, lefty loosey.
Yeah, see, that's another thing that Chrysler did. Let's make like all of our right-hand lug nuts go left.
Oh, that is the
Oh,
truth.
dude.
But they're
What
not
the
only
hell was
ones.
that shit?
They're not the only
Everybody busted them damn things off too.
I actually did a car quiz about that, like who actually came up with it, and it was like it's been going on for generations. GM did it too. Everybody did it too. They all
yeah.
did. The
And
idea
until,
was
until you get old enough and realize it, you're busting some stuff.
Oh, yeah, they were worried about like you hit the brakes and centrifugal force would make they would make one side loosen up and one side tighten up. So they did opposite for that reason. It was a great idea, but again, those same people painted their cars weird colors, and
Hey, when you're smoking something, yeah, man, let's make it go the other way.
Just make them all go the same direction, man.
Sounds
I mean,
good.
I like that too. I think it was up to like 40, 48. I think GM was that way with the Buick Olds and Pontiac.
The dude was wrenches. The only time I broke a half-inch breaker bar. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Thought it would keep the wheels tight because of the rotational force. Yeah, that's what
That's
they.
exactly right.
Yep.
It actually started with Packard, I think.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah, now that's true right here. How to get friends. Buy a lift, buy a trailer.
There it is. Step
Yeah.
1, step 2.
Or buy a truck and a trailer.
Or put in a garage, buy a lift and a trailer.
There you go.
That means that, your friends have junk and they're going to use you. So are they really your friends?
Yeah, are they really friends?
Right?
Right.
This is all of us on the panel, everybody in the chat, guaranteed. Me tasting the puddle under my car to find out if it's oil, water, coolant, brake fluid, or transmission fluid.
Yes.
Absolutely.
All you need is just between the fingers and a little,
Well, if it's
maybe
not
a little.
if it's not on dirt, you can just look at it and tell kind of by color. But if it's
Yeah.
on dirt, you're kind of screwed.
The
Yep.
problem is if it's oil and you do that and you taste it and it comes back gritty, do you tell anybody or do you just ignore it and pretend that it doesn't have glitter in it and it's
You,
not?
you change the oil and filter
Yes.
and then hope it doesn't do it again.
Right. Immediately do an oil change.
Said friends, get mad when we both have too much stuff. Oh, yeah. To let them, yep. 1980 Chevrolet Malibu, the engine and trans, rear bolts, all standard size, other fasteners, metric. Yes, there were so many cars.
Oh, my God.
Yes, so many cars. You're like, dude, can I just use one set of wrenches, please?
Oh.
So
If it looks like Annecy's, just send it.
But none of them are as bad as that Whitworth stuff that the English use.
Oh, yeah. That's
It's
yeah.
not metric. It's not standard. Nobody knows
Nope.
what it is.
Oh yeah, those are really fun. Every 99 plus LS owner. Yeah. All right. We're almost through. He's here. This took me a minute to realize how funny this is. If you look, they labeled each one. But they're all adjustable hammers.
You got to know the left-handed and right-handed one.
That's right.
That's the other thing.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Got to know if it's for marine or non-marine use.
Right.
I guarantee you my wife does that.
I'm sure this happened to you, Jaws, with your 57, guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
When she said he'd be in bed 15 minutes ago, but you can hear him dropping tools, throwing things in the garage.
Yeah, she's more like, what was that you were saying about your jack? Do your jack.
Yes.
She's like, you didn't record any of that, did you? And like put that on your channel. I'm like, oh no.
No.
You hear the colorful metaphors and the interesting language combinations I put together describing how I feel about this jack.
The creative words.
The neighborhood knows. But the rest of the world doesn't need to know how I feel.
That's
about
right.
it.
How can you tell when your girlfriend's getting fat? What's that? How can you tell your girlfriend is getting fat? She fits into your wife's clothes.
That's not even funny.
No.
Terrible.
I didn't laugh at that, honey.
No, I don't condone that.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
As soon as we get off this live, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, look, he got a toy with his Happy Meal.
Yes.
So
Like,
what
that
I
is
want to know is
perfect.
why they call him a smart car.
That is the dumbest thing ever, isn't it?
Yeah, whose bright idea was that? Hey, look,
The
it's the
smart car.
You can't look smart driving it. So
No.
Would you want to be? Let me ask you this: would you want to be in like today's traffic, like speed on the highway with that?
no.
Like 80
No.
mile an hour speedway for highway speeds? Would you want to be cruising in that at 80?
No. No, I'm good.
I've seen it. I've seen it in Phoenix, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've
Really?
seen them.
Good.
Yeah, I saw it in Phoenix all the time.
Yeah.
Can they go that fast?
They actually are for
Barely. Barely.
No.
We didn't see the 14 miles it took them to get going that fast either.
Oh my God! I mean, could you literally imagine being like I'm 6'2" and I'm 230? Can you? If I sat, I think you know, take like the other seat out. I'd be in there by myself, and the roof's like right here, and I'm flying along 80 miles an hour, and here's a semi going by me.
I would blow you right off the road.
Yeah.
Like, it'd suck me under, or like.
Yeah.
No thanks. No thanks.
No, I'm good on those things.
Yeah. No.
When I first got my vet, friend said I should find a back road and open it all the way up. Still don't know why. He said that.
Yeah.
That needs to go to all the new Corvette owners.
No kidding.
You ever notice how you're at, like a cars and coffee event or something like that, and all of a sudden you hear like some super loud music coming in?
Yeah.
And you look over and it's a guy in a Corvette that looks like that with his T-top open or whatever, or his top down, and he showed up late on purpose.
Oh yeah. To make the
He
entrance.
thinks everybody is so impressed with that.
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Exactly. That guy, it's the same as the kid that used to show up in the mullet Camaro or mullet Firebird to the drive-in and park next to all the hot rod guys, and he's got like single cherry bomb stuck way low on one side because he cut the single exhaust off after the white, and he pulls right in there next to everybody else, and he's got a couple of exhaust leaks. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we know the guy.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, "Oh man, that's pretty cool." He's got one of those whale snorkel scoops.
With a stock 305.
Yeah,
He's got
somebody asked him, "Hey, how fast that going?" He goes, "Oh, like 9 seconds." Yeah.
9 seconds, 0 to 10.
That's the same kid. When he grew up after high school, and now he's going through a midlife crisis. He bought that Corvette. That's that guy.
Right?
That is that dude. Exactly.
But you know what? He's probably a pretty cool guy. Probably a good guy. Probably would give you the shirt off his back. You know.
Oh yeah.
He's
Nice
probably
dude.
a banker or a mortgage guy or something like that. And he's a guy. He didn't play any sports. He probably never really got beat up as a kid. But he's probably he's not on anybody's radar. He's all right, and he's happy. That's the thing is the kid in that Camaro and the kid in that Corvette, they're both happy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
they're going to be smiling all the way down the road.
Yeah. Yeah, we tease them and joke about him too, but at the same time, I think some people are secretly envious because that guy's having the time of his life, and I'm more worried about if I build like a really radical car, is this thing going to overheat before I make it to my house?
Oh, no doubt.
You know what I mean, or something like that. I mean, am I going to break a tranny this week when
Dude, ignorance is bliss, and when you don't give a shit what anybody else thinks, you're the happiest guy in the room.
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, those guys are the real heroes. You know what I mean? They really are.
Oh yeah.
They have fun all the time, and the rest of us that just get so into our things, like there's some guys that get into drag racing that are they're so into the bracket racing that
way too serious.
Focus on having fun.
Yep.
Oh, I cut like a 0.02 of a second too slow light, or this guy red lit or whatever, and I'm on the trailer for the night. But you're forgetting the fact that you're driving like a 68 Camaro with a 540.
Yeah.
The 15-year-old you is so happy he can't stand it, but you're like, you've missed sight of that somehow.
Stress is man-made.
It is definitely.
When she bounces higher than usual and it doesn't go back in by itself.
That's not good.
That's bad. That's bad.
Not good at all.
That's a good time, actually. That didn't make any noise. I don't know. It just quit.
If you're driving it that hard, you had to have been having some fun. That's all I can say.
I mean, that's price of admission, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I could crank. My blower right now, so I'm running 20% underdriven.
There you go.
And my small block is almost 11-1. So I drive it every day. I'm trying to get 15 miles per gallon. Today I got like 14.6, something like that. That's my average. So I'm trying to get 15 with a blown small block in my car. I could be mean to it, and I could make it 5 under or 1-to-1 ratio, or even overdrive it, and blow the head gaskets right out of it in the bottom end out. But if I want to do that, that's the price you're going to pay for having fun.
There it is.
Exactly. So, hey, man, we're pushing up on the hour mark. I appreciate absolutely everybody who has come in. Cannot thank Jaws enough for coming. Dan IT Guy and his wife, thank you so much. So glad to see you guys back in the fold. I'm going to pull you full screen here, Jaws. Let everybody know what you got coming up, and just say your final words to everybody in the chat. And thank you so much once again for being on the show, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Cool?
Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it. Dan IT Guy, good times. It's fun meeting you guys. All right, what do I got coming up? What's today? Tuesday? Tomorrow's video, I'm editing it right now, will be the first video I put up with the car cruising around the island. I'm actually going from my house down where I get snacks and right to my surf spot. You guys are going to watch that. And I'm trying to edit that. So that will be coming out tomorrow. And I need some criticism, constructive criticism on camera angles, camera placement, blah, 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 sound quality, and see how this works, because it's going to be a good time. Other than that, I don't have anything else going on. My life's pretty boring. I surf every day, and I drive my 57. I work on hot rods.
That's awesome, man. There's pure envy coming through the screen at you.
Sounds like a good life to me, dude.
It's hard. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty rough life.
Yeah. Well, hey, everybody, like I said earlier, next week, Dan IT Guy and his wife come on to tell the story of the travel up to Illinois. I've heard this. You do not want to miss it. Your mind will be blown away. But for now, thank you, Josh.
Ultimate
thank
stupidity.
you, Dan IT Guys and Dan IT Guy's wife. We will see you next week at the same time. Please join us then. We'll see you later.